Ladies and gentlemen, Vince here. We have a whole bunch of new reward apps today to cover. I hope you all enjoy. First up, we have Layered Kaleido. This is what it looks like when you launch it up. Top of the screen, we have our coin-based currency, a 3-hour timer, and our supposed PayPal currency. Now, the game itself is a very simple match 3 type of game, everyone. You've probably seen this type before. Obviously, you go through, match all the little tiles together, and clear the board. The only difference is, this one is promising some sort of reward here in return for the gameplay, but is it actually even worth the time and effort? So I found that each of these levels generally take between 1 to 2 minutes. The only problem I have, everyone, is that every single 60 seconds or so, an advertisement will appear. And while I'm used to this type of setup now, I know a lot of you guys out there probably aren't, and it definitely will become very frustrating. At the bottom of the screen, you do have 3 abilities to help you get through the level in case you're stuck, but if you ever played a match 3 type of game, you should feel right at home, really. Now, after you've matched enough of the little symbols together, you get a little prize wheel pop up. This prize wheel will have the coins on it, as well as the actual abilities as well. Again, very straightforward concept, everyone. After you do land on something, you can watch an ad to actually multiply it. Again, nothing too new here. They're probably wondering, okay, how did the actual test go? I started off today's test with 2 hours and 1 minute on the timer. I played all the way down to 48 minutes, everyone, and generated 8,828 of the coins. And after all that time, that converted into 5 cents worth of USD currency. I am happy to say, everyone, I did withdraw the 5 cents USD, and yes, it actually did arrive to my PayPal account, at least in my own experience here in Australia. And that only took around 24 hours for me. So realistically, unless you have a very specific reason for playing an app like this, I can't really see it being worth the time and effort, at least here in Australia. But again, that's just my review. You do whatever you want with the information. Let's move on to the next app. Next up, we have Rewardo. This is what Rewardo looks like when you launch it up. Top of the screen, you have your account balance, as well as your goal. My goal for today's video was $1 worth of PayPal currency. You have a Play Now button, which is a playtime reward system. Underneath the playtime rewards area, you have a Prime survey and offer wall system, as well as the My Chips and some mini games. In my opinion, the mini games are just really there for show. Now, diving into the actual withdrawal system, in Australia, I have PayPal currency, where the minimum is $1 for 11,240 of the coins. There's no gift cards, but there is also a PUBG and Free Fire cash out option as well, which is around the same minimum amount of $1. At the moment, there is a promotion running, everyone, for double the coins, but without the promotion, I have to say the prices are pretty disappointing all in all for the amount of time you'd actually need to put into this to even earn a few dollars, at least in my opinion. Like this Arrow Maze one here for 40,000 of the coins in total, but without the promotion, it's only 20,000 of the coins, which is not even $2. Ball sort puzzle, barely making $1 there with the promotion. You guys get the gist of it. For today's video, I played Train Miner, and I managed to generate 4,874 of the coins, which didn't even get to 50 cents, really. By the way, you'll notice with a lot of these games, everyone, they're very difficult as time goes on, so if you don't have that per minute system for the playtime rewards, you're gonna struggle a bit. Now, this Train Miner one actually took around 2 to 3 hours to generate that 30 cents or so. Really rough, in my opinion. Thankfully, with the surveys, though, I managed to generate 7,392 coins from a single survey. The Prime provider is actually running a 2 times promotion on their surveys and offers, which is actually very helpful. Without that promotion, everyone, I would have struggled, man. And you see, that's what annoys me about get paid to platforms. They say there's a promotion when really they should probably have those prices as a base rate. Also, I was disqualified many times. At least here in Australia though, the offer wall itself is not too bad at all. In fact, most of these offers are willing to give millions of the coin, which of course converts into hundreds of dollars, at least in my country. Again, in your own country, it's going to be completely different. Remember that, everyone. Everyone has a different experience and prices. And always with offers, they're very difficult. So again, keep that in mind. But at least it's nice to see those prices with the promotion active. Now, the My Chips offer wall is available as well, guys. So if you want to check out those prices, you can. It's always good to compare offer wall prices no matter what platform you're on. I also really like the mission system that Rewardo has, where if you simply complete one of the tasks, you'll get coins in return. Like here, it says watch a video and you get 500 coins. And that's simply just a video ad. The next one would be install an application and so on, everyone. It just keeps on going and going. A pretty easy way to generate some coins, in my opinion. That's really all there is to it. Now, how'd the actual test go? I withdrew the $1 worth of PayPal currency, and it took almost 4 days to hit my account, but it did eventually arrive, at least in my experience. So again, that was nice to see. So there you have it, everyone. Thanks to that promotion, it really does put it around the average category, but without the promotion, I'm a bit worried about the prices on Rewardo. That's my review on it. Let's move on to the next app. I did just want to say, as always, if you enjoy what I do here on YouTube every single week, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for the amazing support throughout the years. Let's hope 2026 is excellent for all of us. Next up, we have Flower Match. This is what Flower Match looks like. Top of the screen, you have your life, your gem-based currency, and your coin-based currency. Now, under that, we have our 3-hour timer, as well as our supposed PayPal currency, and a few chests that we can unlock. So these chests just generally include items that you'll use throughout the levels on the game. Now, not only will advertisements appear while you're just simply in the menu, but every single 30 to 60 seconds, ads will auto play. This is what the actual level looks like, and as you can see, it's another one of these little match 3 type of games. Again, very straightforward. I won't bore you with all the details. In the withdraw area, you'll notice here you have your balance as well as the PayPal balance, and mine has 3 cents. Now, even though it says that it's a 1 cent minimum cash out, everyone, if I go to redeem it, all it keeps coming up with is PayPal account has been bound. And that's it, everyone. I can't actually withdraw at all. Now, I figured that's because it wants me to attach my PayPal account to the app, but it doesn't do anything. So essentially, I wasted 2 hours of my time almost for absolutely nothing. Hopefully it saves you guys some time. It's broken at the moment, in my opinion. Again, that's Flower Match. You can do whatever you want with that, but I'm never using it again. Next up, we have Fire Bingo. Now, everyone, it seems like these little apps are not going anywhere, okay? It looks like they're actually being mass-produced. This is what Fire Bingo looks like. Top of the screen, you have a coin-based currency for items and bingo cards. Middle of the screen, you have your bingo cards left. There's a task-based system, a shop, as well as a lucky scratch system as well, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with by now. This type of little watch and add to get extra reward system is what these apps run off of. So if you don't like ads, you're definitely not going to be a fan here, as ads will appear every 30 seconds or so automatically. Right now it's saying I can get 1100 of the gems if I watch an ad. Pressing cancel will play an ad anyway in my experience. Anyway, this is what the actual bingo portion looks like. Again, you guys understand how these things work. There's another ad. Obviously, at the top of the screen, you have the bingo numbers that get called and you can speed up the game. Middle of the screen, of course, you have the bingo board. Very, very easy to understand. Bottom right corner of the screen, you have your actual currency area. Now, you will get little mini games that appear as well, and these will just be another way for you guys to watch ads in return for the gems. So how'd the actual test go? So I started the test off with 3 hours on the timer almost. I played for around an hour and 5 minutes and managed to clock up 56,796 gems. And while that sounds like a lot, everyone, at the end of the timer, I was only given 4 cents worth of USD, which was not the minimum of 5 cents. So I had to play again. I then generated another 16,500 gems and was left with 6 cents worth of USD currency. So around an hour and a half for 6 cents USD, at least here in Australia, that's pretty rough in my opinion. Either way, I did withdraw the 6 cents USD, and yes, it did arrive within about 10 minutes or so. So that was good to see, and the one redeeming factor of the app. You see, it's funny to me, everyone, because I had some comments saying that a lot of people are actually phone farming with these applications, and I don't really get involved with that side of things, okay? Either way, that's my review on Fire Bingo. Let's move on. Next up, we have Drill and Bitcoin Mine. Speaking of Bitcoin, what a crazy ride crypto's had in the last like 3-4 months, everyone. I don't know what's going on across the world. Let's hope this year's much better for it. Either way, this is what it looks like when you launch it up. Top right corner of the screen, you have your in-game currency. You use these for upgrades that are located at the bottom of the screen. We have power, stamina, and income. Left side of the screen, you have your shop, you can cancel ads, and of course you have your Satoshi currency, which is what we really care about. Now what you do in this game, everyone, is continuously tap the screen to try and dig down into the mine. And in between that, you'll get prompted with heaps of advertisements. And the problem is, everyone, this is realistically all there is to the application, okay? You run out of steam so fast, which is going to force you to watch countless ads. And even if you don't have enough of the in-game currency for upgrades, what ends up happening is that you can watch ads to activate those upgrades for free. Right side of the screen, you also do have abilities that you can use by, of course, watching ads. And obviously, the reason for all of this is because they give a fraction of the Satoshi back to you guys when you watch the ads. At least in my opinion, that's usually what play-to-earn apps do. You also get these little floating gnomes where you have to watch an ad to actually claim the currency. But look how fast this little driller runs out of steam, everyone. Like, it's pretty ridiculous in my opinion. Honestly, that's really rough. So without wasting your time, guys, that's really all there is to show right now. Let me just break down my test. At least here in Australia, there is a 35 Satoshi limit every single day. And you will need a Zebedee wallet. So I started my test off, of course, with 0 Satoshi, everyone. And I played for an hour straight. And I generated only 10 Satoshi, which was brutal to me. I did withdraw the 10 Satoshi, though. And yes, everyone, I am happy to say it did arrive straight away to my Zebedee wallet. So even though I did get the Satoshi right, only 10 Satoshi equals not even 1 cent USD for an hour of gameplay. That is terrible beyond words. I have no idea what is going on here, but let's hope they fix that. So that's drill and Bitcoin mine, everyone. Again, you can try your luck to see how it goes in your own country, but that's really not looking too good at all. Check out my channel for almost 1,000 reviews. Stay safe out there, everyone. Catch you next time.